This is Rabbit Hole. It's an adventure app created by Techahike. So, who is the team? Well, my name is Tristan Leach, and I've been described as an out-of-the-box thinker. I'm interested in graphic design and UX UI. We also have Dustin Jennings. He's interested in continuously learning about how the full stack really fits his style. Woo-Jae Kim is currently working at Helsim, but he's interested in UX UI and program operations. Hannah Lowe has had a great time learning the MERN stack and would like to extend her knowledge into product management and UX UI. And of course, last but not least, we have John Herchuk. He's interested in all aspects of the stack, so he can bring a big picture perspective to what's being created. So, when was the last time you wanted to go downtown? Did you only go because you had to? Maybe you had an appointment. Maybe you work downtown. I myself find going downtown interesting, but are you aware of all the unique attractions that are downtown? So how can we revitalize the core? How can we create an experience to draw people out of their homes and into their cities? Well, now there's a reason. With our app, players are able to explore and discover a new side of Calgary. So why don't we watch a video to showcase that experience?
Place for me. I never want to leave, maybe that's just me. But the rivers and the lakes and the mountain trees, the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen. I just can't seem to know.
Oh, all the comments? Loved it.
No.
Like the
break.
I can see how.
Alberta is my paradise. Nothing can beat those stars at night. Nothing can beat those northern lights. Majestic aurora in the sky.
So there was our video, and now to John to show us what the app can really do.
All right, thanks, Tristan. Just bear with me while I get my iPhone screen up and running. Thanks to everyone for coming out today. I appreciate you taking the time out to see what hard work's gone on today. And a final shout out to Hannah for giving us her idea and her vision today. Okay, welcome to Rabbit Hole. This is our app. First screen that you see, this is a list of the quests that you can go and look at. Down along the bottom, you'll see a menu. Currently, we're in the quest screen of the menu. There's map and profile as well. I'm going to click on the map icon. Because we're not signed in, we don't actually see anything yet. So I'll click on the sign in button, and that takes us to the profile page where I get to do sign in. So I'll put in some information. I'm actually going to register as a new user today. Put in a super secret password, hit the register button. Oh, look at that. I didn't like that. Oh, I know why. Didn't get the email address right. So hit the register button. We're a new user. There's not a lot of information yet, but we get to see the little bit of information on this screen, the profile screen, how many quests you've completed, how many coins you've earned by playing quests, what the current quest is. Since we're new users, there's no current quest. And then down in the lower right-hand side, the little gear icon gives you a couple more options for logout and account edit. At this point, I'm actually going to go over to the quest screen again, and we are going to pick the Walk Calgary Downtown quest. So when I click on that, it pulls up a little bit of information, a bunch of checkpoints, tells you a little bit about what the quest involves in case you decide you don't want to do this one, you want to do this one. I'm going to click the begin button, which is down in the lower right-hand corner. It asks us if we want to continue because we might be in the middle of a quest and it'll throw away the data for that existing quest. So I'm going to click yes. And then right down at the bottom, it says adventure awaits in the rabbit hole, and we're going to hop in. All right, so this has taken us to the map screen. What you see on this screen is a map. I can pan, I can zoom. I can also, down on the lower right is a button that lets me recenter. The two markers that you're seeing, you'll see a little black rabbit up in the right-hand side, up closer to the top. That's me, currently broadcasting from the Calgary Library in Inception Use Space. It's a wonderful place down here. Over on the right-hand or on the left-hand side is an orange marker. That's the checkpoint that we're going to find. In this case, it's the library down at Central Memorial Park. Also shown on the screen, the I button is for information. When you first start off a quest, you want to prep people, get them excited about what they're going to go do, what they're going to learn, all of that kind of stuff. So you can read about that and get yourself a sense of what's to come. I'm going to hit the back to map button. Now at this point, I don't know if you noticed during the video, you'll see a blue outline around the screen. And the blue outline means that you're quite a ways away from the checkpoint. And if you remember from the video, you'll remember that as the two bunny markers got closer and closer together, all of a sudden that turned orange. And that indicates that it's time for you to go and actually look for the QR code that you're going to scan in order to find out about the checkpoint. Now, because I'm physically located in one spot and I can't move my phone far enough to make that happen, I'm actually going to switch quests. So I'll hit the quest button, Downtown Tour Calgary, begin, yes, we'll hop back in. And here you'll see that the screen is now turned orange. You'll also notice that down on the lower right-hand corner, that recentering button is actually changed to a QR scanning code button. So I'm going to click on that and my scanner comes up and I actually have a QR code and bam, you've just found the first QR code. It gives you a little bit of information. Maybe it tells you to go and do some stuff at the location. A little bit of coins pop up to give you a little bit of excitement. You've actually earned some of those coins. And then I click next checkpoint and it pulls up where the next checkpoint is. At this point, I'm going to end the demo. Most of the flavor of the actual app you saw in the video. So now I'm going to turn it over to Hannah and stop my screen share here. So she can talk about some of the technologies and design decisions that we had to make along the way. Thank you.
Thanks, John. So why don't we start with some of the design decisions? As a team, we came together to choose a logo that was cute and playful, but carried both meaning and functionality, hence Rabbit Hole. And the rabbit was later on used as checkpoint pins in our map. We also chose a color scheme that was bright, fun, and eye-catching that would stimulate an emotional response from our users. We also brought in the use of material design to help with the layout and sizing out of all the different components so that the whole app was uniform and pleasing to the eyes. An example of this design can be seen in our quest list, where all the quests are displayed in the same manner. And another example of material design can be seen with our bottom nav bar, where we wanted all our users to be able to navigate through the app as simply as possible with the least amount of clicks. All of these choices were made consciously as a team to enhance user experience. As for our engineering decisions, we spent some time researching and discussing what was available and plausible for our vision. The big decisions came down to React Native versus Flutter, MapView versus Mapbox, Firebase versus MongoDB, and finally Expo versus Xcode and Android Studio. The reason we chose React Native over Flutter was due to time constraints. Even though we were interested in learning a new programming language and developmental platform, there was just simply no time. There were also decisions of MapView versus Mapbox. After spending some time testing both interfaces, it was the ease of incorporating the functionalities that we needed for our app without the extra complications found within Mapbox that made us choose MapView. For database, we chose Firebase because we wanted to learn about Firestore database and other services that Firebase offered, such as authentication, cloud-based storage, and Google hosting. And finally, Expo. Although it came with limitations, it was able to compile JavaScript for both Android and iOS devices without the need to implement different platforms or languages. It was also the most widely available software for our group members who were using all different platforms. So you might be asking, how does our app work? Well, simply put, at each checkpoint, You open up the QR code scanner as seen in John's demonstration, and you scan one of the QR codes that we made that has a bunny logo on it. This enables the app to connect to that specific endpoint, which is hosted on Heroku, which then pulls information from the database and then reads and compares that information plus your location and compares it to the checkpoint index to all the data that's pulled. And if everything aligns, it will send you the location of the next checkpoint on your current quest. It will then be displayed on the map. It's pretty simple. So now that you have all the information you need, I'll pass you on to Dustin to discuss our key learnings.
Thanks, Hannah. For our key learnings, we utilized agile methodology using Trello to coordinate our tasks at daily and weekly Scrum stand-ups. The daily stand-ups empowered us to create an effective MVP while reinforcing the importance of effective communication, mutual respect, and accountability essential to any high-performing team. The value of co-location during pair or group programming better facilitated the participation of all group members in their development process as opposed to meeting over Zoom. These benefits included smoother communication and deeper critical thinking. Approaching development through user stories rather than features was an effective method of developing an appealing and coherent app. Finally, we learned effective cross-platform development while working with iOS, Android, Macs, PCs, and Linux. The takeaway from this experience was the challenge of fixing minor problems resulting from unexpected code behavior within these various operating environments. And now here are some of the functionality that we hope to integrate in the near future. Custom quests, the ability to create custom quests and group them according to theme. For example, quests for foodies, bar hopping tours, or perhaps even a limited time quest featuring Calgary's many haunted locations during Halloween. Augmented reality, incorporating three-dimensional animations to make the app more engaging while enhancing the surroundings with exciting content. Virtual QR codes would also resolve some of the limitations inherent with physical QR codes. Augmented reality could also integrate current weather conditions, resulting in a more authentic user experience when attempting a quest. Monetization, allowing a business such as coffee shops, art galleries, and bookstores to become a paid checkpoint relevant quests, thereby driving increased awareness and greater foot traffic. We will also allow for individual players or groups to create their own custom quests as a paid feature. Partnership opportunities. We will pursue partnerships with local artists and organizations with a stake in a revitalized downtown core, such as the City of Calgary, the Calgary Downtown Association, and even Tourism Alberta, as Michelle suggested in the chat. And finally, blockchain. Incorporating cryptocurrencies into our app will result in greater versatility and the ability for coins collected in-game to translate into tangible real-world rewards. That's it for our presentation. Thank you again for your time.